welcome to your Warrior Nation News pregame show. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Liv. Tonight, your Liberty Christian Warriors take the field against the West Plains Wolves.
The Warriors are ready to defend their home turf, but the Wolves are on a prowl looking for redemption after their staggering loss to the Warriors last season.
I told our guys, that's a little bit of extra motivation for them, that Liberty Christian came up there and was able to beat them on their home field and beat them that bad. So they're going to be ready to go, I know, and I think they have a lot of expectations for their team as they're ranked one of the top teams in the state, and so they didn't forget that.
We'll find out who will come out on top with kickoff set to happen in about 30 minutes.
But first, we want to head over to the B1 tailgate party where Ella and Reagan are standing by with more. Hey y'all!
Hey guys, we're here live at the middle school tailgate tent where everyone's getting excited for the second home game of the season.
As you can see, it looks amazing, decked out in all things flamingo for our pink out theme.
Students even have the chance to enter to win free snack for an entire week. All you have to do is stop by and drop your name in one of these buckets.
The Hamburger Man is out here again grilling up some delicious burgers complete with all of the toppings. Even the B1 dining tables are in line with our pink out theme with adorable pink linens. To stay cool in the heat, you can go get some refreshments at the HGO stand or the Kona Ice Truck. You don't want to miss it.
Be sure to stop by the B1 tent and pick up your personalized cowboy so you can be loud and proud at the game. This is such a great way for our Liberty community to come together.
Thank you to all of our volunteers who helped make this possible. I'm Reagan.
And I'm Ella. Now back to you in the studio.
West Plains comes into tonight's game undefeated. In fact, they haven't lost a regular season game since we beat them last season at their home field.
West Plains is a really talented 4A team. They're going to come out striking. Last year we beat them by 49 points, and so they're going to come out, scheme us up, and do everything they can to beat us.
West Plains made it all the way to the state semifinals last year, and they're expected to make another run for state this year.
The Warriors anticipate a tough physical game tonight. This
is our last chance out of district play before we get into the thick of it to have another tough opponent. So they're one of the top teams in the state, and I think the biggest thing for us is we were really close early in the year against some of those teams and came up short, and so I'm hoping over these last 2 weeks with the bye and then last week's win, we have some confidence going into this. So it'll be a great test for us and a lot of fun.
With a 3-star left tackle who's committed to Kansas State and an all-star wide receiver and safety who's committed to the University of Texas at El Paso, the Wolves are bringing plenty of talent.
But the Warriors say they have a solid game plan.
They're a physical team. I mean, they're well coached all across the board. They don't let off the gas. So just being composed going in, because they're an aggressive team, they fly around the ball, is going to be the key, is being composed.
West Plains is a tough opponent, but I know Coach Wynn and all the other coaches has made a good scheme, and I truly believe that we're going to find success this week.
We have a lot that we're going to have to do and prepare for, which we have so far, but I think we're ready. I think Coach Wynn has all of us ready, the coaches and players, and I think we'll be prepared to go out and win.
They're a very good team, very smart players, disciplined, so it's nothing we haven't seen before. We played them last year, got after them, so hoping to do the same thing.
Liberty is currently 2-2 and 1-0 in district.
With two of our biggest district games coming up in the next couple of weeks, Coach Witten says that he has scheduled this matchup with West Plains strategically.
It was part of the plan, but we know if we're going to make a run in our district, we got to beat these type of teams, and so no better opportunity than to get prepared for the tough district. And our guys understand it, and you can't look past this game trying to look forward to, obviously we know the rivalries of Prestonwood and Parrish, so be right here, right now, and it's going to be a great test for us.
Liberty is coming off a huge win. They obliterated Trinity Christian Academy in their first district game of the season last week.
It's always good to get a big win, and regardless of the opponent, it's just important to keep our morale up and know that we had a couple rough weeks to start the year, but they were against good opponents, and this really brought everyone up, brought us together. And going into this week, I think it's super important for us to stay like that.
Warriors Stadium was packed for the first home game of the season, and the Warriors showed out.
2A player Cooper Witten had an incredible game both on offense and defense. The junior wide receiver had 2 receiving touchdowns for 101 yards, his 4th straight game with at least 100 receiving yards.
On defense, he had an interception, and he also had a sack that resulted in a fumble, which he recovered and ran back for a touchdown.
But Cooper wasn't the only one who had a good game. The Warriors' offense was on fire, racking up an impressive 63 points against the Trojans.
Running back Correll Buckhalter Jr. was named MVP of the game after getting 140 rushing yards in 12 carries, averaging 12.7 yards per carry.
Quarterback Quinn Murphy says it was a true team effort.
I feel like it was our best team game that we've played so far. we got a lot of guys involved. It wasn't just a few players making plays. All 4 receivers were making plays. The O-line was blocking well. And then Corell obviously got it done on the ground. And so it was just a really successful game for the offense.
Liberty's performance was so impressive, it got the attention of the whole country.
That is Cowboy great Jason Whitney's now the head coach. And his school, Liberty Christian, got a win in the Friday Night Lights over Trinity Christian.
That's right. The Warriors made it onto the nationwide broadcast of NBC's Sunday Night Football.
It was pretty cool to see our Warriors on our home field light up the national stage.
It's something 5-star linebacker Cooper Witten says is pretty surreal.
I was very shocked whenever I saw it. I was not expecting it, so it's pretty cool.
Witt's son Cooper, 2 receiving touchdowns, a sack, a pick, and a fumble return for a touchdown.
We put a bunch of work in all year long, so it's been cool to see us on Sunday Night Football.
We also asked Cooper about his dad getting one step closer to being inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
This year, Coach Witten is eligible to become a first ballot nominee, and it was just announced last week that he's a candidate for the class of 2026.
Just seeing the way he works about anything he does, it's no surprise, and it's pretty special, him being my coach and him giving me insight of what it takes to be great.
It's an honor that's not lost on Coach Witten.
Faith Davis talked with Coach Witten about it earlier this week.
So, Coach, how did it feel last week to find out that you've been selected as a candidate for the Hall of Fame class of 2026?
Well, it's a huge honor. I'm just so honored to be mentioned with so many of the greats that played in the NFL over the last 80 years. And so I think more than anything, I dreamed of being those guys. Those are the guys that I looked up to. And, you know, to now be mentioned with those guys and have the possibility of going in the Hall of Fame, it's somewhat surreal, but just really proud and humbled and thankful for all the people that poured into me that allowed me to reach such a milestone.
So I know you don't want to be overconfident, but most people would agree you're a shoo-in. You're the Cowboys' all-time leading receiver in receptions and receiving yards. What would it mean to you to be inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Well, it would be special. I think, every player when you play, you're thinking about winning and the team and the accomplishments that come with that. But to be mentioned with such a select group would be a huge honor. I think, I think of my family, all the people that sacrificed for me to be able to chase my dreams, the coaches that poured into me, my teammates that helped me. And so when you have an accomplishment like that, if I'm fortunate enough to be mentioned with those guys and get accepted and inducted, I think I'll just think about all the people that helped me along the way.
Well, thank you so much for talking with us, and we're wishing you the best of luck. Now back to you.
Also getting national attention this week is former Liberty football star Quentin Brown, whose first collegiate touchdown went viral when his helmet flew off and broke his nose.
Leland King caught up with Quentin to get all the details.
This weekend was an interesting weekend. You come down with that reception for a touchdown, but then you realize your helmet has popped off and your nose is broken. Can you run me through what happened?
I was running a route. I went out to catch the ball, and the dude, he had grabbed my helmet, and I guess he pushed it up, so my helmet was already off mid-air when I was catching the ball. But all I had in my mind was catch the ball, catch the ball, catch the ball. So
Got it. Did he pull it in? He sure did. Quentin Brown, the true freshman, with his first career touchdown.
Then when I figured out I broke my nose, I was in disbelief, but I wasn't much pain because I had so much adrenaline.
You're talking about a guy with 10.51, 100-meter speed, Liberty Christian High School in Texas.
The swelling is going down a lot. My little scab is going away. It's healing fast. And, the process is going well. So I praise God that I don't have to get surgery because then I've been out.
Thanks, Leland. That's so amazing. I'm so happy for you, Quentin.
Me too. Okay, now let's get a quick check of our Friday night football forecast.
Hey guys, we have another week of amazing fall weather for Friday Night Lights. The high today topped down at 88 degrees with a low of 67 degrees. It will be a warm 84 degrees at kickoff, so you may want to cool off with some Kona ice. Winds will be a little stronger than last week, reaching 8 miles per hour with gusts up to 13 miles per hour. That's all for your Friday night football forecast. Enjoy the game, Warriors. I'm Georgia, now back to you.
You may notice a lot more cheering than normal tonight.
That's because our Liberty Youth cheerleaders will be on the sidelines cheering on our Warriors.
About 50 second through 5th graders have been practicing with our varsity sideline cheer team since August to get ready for tonight's game.
The girls will also take the field for a performance right before kickoff to show off their skills.
It's a special opportunity for lower school to connect with upper school in a fun way. Good luck, girls.
That's all for tonight's pregame show. Thanks for watching.
Be sure to stay tuned to the Warrior Nation News Instagram page for all the latest updates on Warrior football. I'm Liv.
And I'm Elizabeth with Warrior Nation News. Go Warriors!